Suri Cruz is 19 now, and can you believe it? The only child of Katie Holmes and Tom Cruise is in her freshman year of college, stepping into adulthood. After growing up in the spotlight, she now seems to prefer keeping things low-key, hanging out with friends, enjoying campus life, and staying away from the paparazzi. But what about her relationship with her parents? Well, if there's one thing we've been able to see through the years, it's the incredibly close bond Suri shares with her mom, Katie Holmes. Whenever she's spotted in New York, they're often together, attending events, enjoying little moments, and celebrating milestones.
Because she makes every day great and awesome and better, and I know myself more because of her.
Just recently, the 19-year-old was basically her mom's twin while visiting the New York City set of Happy Hours, the upcoming film trilogy Katie is directing and starring in alongside her Dawson's Creek co-star Joshua Jackson. Walking side by side, they looked completely in sync, showing once again how close they really are. Katie has been open over the years about just how much motherhood means to her. Back in 2020, she told InStyle, "My biggest goal has always been to nurture her into her individuality and make sure she is 100% herself and strong, confident, and able. And to know it, she came out very strong. She's always been a strong personality." You can tell from the way Katie talks about her that this isn't just a nice line for interviews. It's the heart of how she parents.
She's a sophisticated little girl and magical.
Even in the early years after her split from Tom Cruise, Katie's love for her daughter came through in every interview. In 2014, she told Glamour, "I didn't know how much love I had in me. It's overwhelming. Every day I discover more about this spectacular human being I get to be the mother of." Later that same month on the Today Show, she said, "The most important thing for me is letting her know how proud I am and that her accomplishments mean everything."
Suri has come and, my trailer is a nursery and
Katie's also admitted that single motherhood came with its doubts. The "am I doing enough?" questions that creep in late at night. She leaned heavily on her mom and close friends for advice and support. As Katie put it, "You do the best you can. Some days you feel really good about yourself, and some days you don't. I've had to learn to ask myself, is this worth it? Is it going to make her smile?" As Suri got older, Katie became even more protective of her privacy. She told Glamour in 2023 that because Suri was so visible when she was young, she's made it a priority to shield her from the public eye now. "I'm very grateful to be her parent. She's an incredible person," Katie said. Back in 2017, she told Town & Country something similar. "It's very important that I'm present and she has a stable, innocent childhood. There's nothing in the world better than watching your child succeed." Still, Suri has dabbled in her mom's world from time to time. She recorded a cover of Blue Moon for Katie's film Alone Together and sang on the soundtrack for Rare Objects.
Blue moon, now I'm no longer alone, without a dream in my heart.
Katie lights up when she talks about it. "I hope she always does something on my films. I always ask her. It was very meaningful to have her there because she's my heart." And yes, during the pandemic, they even had the chance to laugh together watching Dawson's Creek. Katie admitted it was probably weird for Suri to see her mom playing a teenager, but it became one of those cozy, unexpected mother-daughter moments you can tell they'll both remember. As for her father, Suri's relationship with Tom Cruise is essentially non-existent. Reports say they've been estranged for over a decade, and it's not just Tom who's out of touch with Suri. She hasn't kept in contact with his other children, Connor and Isabella, whom he adopted with Nicole Kidman. Sources suggest the Church of Scientology plays a big role in this distance. Tom himself has acknowledged it. When asked if Katie Holmes left him in part to protect Suri from Scientology, the Mission Impossible star simply replied, "That was one of the assertions, yes."
Been Scientologist for over 30 years, and it's something that, as without it, I wouldn't be where I am.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful religion.
Back in 2012, when Tom and Katie split, she got full custody of Suri. And as part of the settlement, Tom agreed to pay $400,000 a year in child support until she turned 18. Well, guess what? That agreement officially ended last year. And speaking of rumors, there was a big one floating around about Suri recently. Some reports claimed she had access to a massive trust fund from Tom, making her an instant millionaire. But Katie wasn't having it. She shut it down on Instagram, calling the claims completely false and telling the tabloids to stop making stuff up. Now, how did Katie, Tom, and Suri end up so distant? To get the full picture, let's rewind and see how Katie managed to break free from Tom and Scientology. It was back in 2005 when the pair went public with their relationship, and it wasn't long after that when they announced their engagement. At the time, the two were completely head over heels in love with each other, gushing about their new love interest during almost every interview.
You know, I'm fortunate. She's an amazing woman.
Remember that famous interview where the actor jumped on Oprah's couch to show the world just how obsessed he was with his new love? The two impatient lovers were very eager to start a family and welcomed their daughter Suri into the world about 7 months before they were actually married. Unfortunately for Suri, she was not about to get any siblings anytime soon, as in an unexpected turn of events, Holmes filed for divorce after 5.5 years of marriage. There have been many speculations as to why Katie was so desperate to get out of her relationship with Tom. By now, we all know that Tom is a member of the Church of Scientology. In fact, he is reportedly one of the top 3 in command. And although Holmes converted, she has admitted that Scientology was also one of the reasons she wanted to get a divorce. Katie was overwhelmed with anxiety as she started to worry about the future of her daughter. Katie's family admitted that she had reason to believe that the actor would abduct Suri and intimidate her into joining the Church of Scientology. The actress planned to file for divorce months before she broke the news to Cruise, with a whole step-by-step plan on how to get out of the marriage. She used disposable phones whenever she made calls involving the divorce and hired 3 law firms in 3 different states. All this effort to avoid Cruise and his staff knowing all of her plans. Makes you wonder just how involved was the actor in her life. And because the Church of Scientology insists on divorces being handled internally, Katie had no choice but to blindside both Tom and the church by handling it all outside of their jurisdiction. Tom was shocked and extremely disappointed when she broke the news, but he agreed to make things easy for both of them, and it only took them 11 days to come up with a settlement. Katie's number one concern was for her daughter, and thankfully for Holmes, she received primary custody of then 6-year-old Suri. Suri Cruz is without a doubt one of the most famous celebrity kids in the world. Unfortunately, the former It couple's divorce had a traumatic effect on the little celeb. Tom and Katie's relationship ended up gaining a lot more attention for 2 major and shocking reasons. The first reason was due to The Blind Side, and the second was because after the divorce, the Mission Impossible actor cut all ties from his one and only biological daughter. Yeah, you heard right. Poor little Suri Cruz was only 6 years old when her happy family was shattered into a million little pieces. After the divorce, Katie received primary custody. The settlement granted visitation rights to Tom, allowing him to see his daughter for 10 days every month. But it didn't seem as though he ever cashed in because since their divorce, Katie Holmes has been raising their daughter all by herself. Being a member of the Church of Scientology, he was, quote, not allowed to see Suri or to have a relationship with his daughter due to the fact that she does not follow the same religious practices. There has, however, during the past few years, been speculation on this matter. A source of the church opened up to the media and mentioned that members are allowed to see their children of other religious faiths. It was in fact the actor's choice to cut ties with his one and only daughter. During the past few years, there have been rumors that Cruz wanted to reunite with his daughter, that he regrets spending so much time apart, but there is still no news that he has made an effort to see her.